Christine is going to set us up. We're happy you're here, and people will be joining as we have some fun today. Christine, you're looking very green.
I'm between two ferns, and I did that on purpose in honor of what we're talking about today. Zach Galifianakis. How do you say his name?
Between Two Ferns. I'm your host, Zach Galifianakis, and my guest today is Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay. Benedict Cam.
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis.
Zach G. He's famous for Between Two Ferns. So I'm between two ferns, and it's a beautiful day here with some beautiful people. And we're going to be nerding out on our favorite day of the year, Earth Day. I love the Earth. I love the planet.
There's like a song for that, right? What's the song? I love
It was
the
Little
Earth.
Dicky.
I
It
love
was a
the
bit of a
Earth.
weird song, but yeah, Lil Dicky. But Earth Day has always been an amazing celebratory day and thought for food. We're proud to be a decentralized community, still with people all over the world who are dedicated to building a better planet, thinking about food and agriculture as the engine to really connect people and shape the future. Both of you told me about this Netflix series that's dropping
Uh-huh.
today called This Is
Yes.
a Gardening Show. And it's so related to the work both of you do. So I wanted to take this chance to kind of interview you a little bit, hear what's happening. And then I was hoping you could also to help me grow my own garden in my little apartment here in Switzerland. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But
Okay,
before
we'll
we
get to that.
do,
Good. I need some prep. So
yeah, we're gonna do a round of introductions. So let's start with you, Miss Olivia English, if that's okay. Like, let's
Oh,
hear about
good morning.
yeah, who you are, what you do, and some kind of random fun fact, if that's okay for Earth Day. What's
Who
your
am
favorite
I?
part of the Earth?
Where am I? So, who am I? I'm Olivia English, and I'm bringing back Live Green KC. So, I had a regenerative landscaping company for many years, paused it, but I guess I miss, breaking a sweat in the heat of summer. So, we're bringing that back. And I think I'm bringing it back also because I want to plan more butterfly gardens, more food forests, and help homeowners and businesses just incorporate more sustainability into their greenscaping. And a cool fact is I'm on the Missouri River, which I have blurred to try and make myself look better, but
you look
Priorities.
beautiful.
but
You look
my the
beautiful.
live stream was supposed to be with this live stream, and it's the third longest river in the world, and it provides fresh water, and it is where we harvest sand, which makes our infrastructure from concrete and asphalt. And it is, what it is for humans is one thing, fresh water and resources, but what it is for the world is so many other things. There are so many native mussels, there's native birds, there's native fish that all are also dependent on the system. And there's a group called River Keepers, and their job is to supervise a lot of corporations that park right next to these rivers in our country and all over the world, and they discharge. And so, it's always important to hold polluters accountable. So that way, this is not still a resource just for humans, but for everyone else. But yeah, that's my intro.
Give those mussels some rights, a voice. I love it.
Well, I
Are
can
they
eat them.
edible? Can you eat the mussels from the Missouri River, or is it too polluted?
Well, it's yeah. I would say it's too polluted, but you definitely don't want to drink it because this is also where we discharge all of our
Right.
water into poop chute. So you don't want to drink out of this. And I guess freshwater mussels are edible, but they're endangered. So the native mussels of Missouri are endangered. So you just
Okay.
leave it for now. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so Henry, let's turn it over to you. You are just the vibes through and through. Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
about who you are, what you do, and what is your favorite part of the earth?
I mean, back when I met you, I was just sort of getting my consulting company, Agritecture, getting some momentum. And we do urban agriculture and controlled environment agriculture consulting around the world. And now, even since 2014, we do broader food systems work, policy, investing, et cetera. We even get to work with Christine. She has amazing consulting capabilities. So we do that as well together. What's my favorite part of the earth? Water. I love swimming. I love water. Most of the earth is water, at least the surface of it. So, and water, I think, is just obviously one of those essential elements that all life depends upon. And it's actually specifically freshwater, something that is really at threat. And I think it's something that deserves even more attention. And part of the agricultural work that we do is very focused on water efficiency as one of the top priorities. And in the Middle East, where we do a lot of work, that is very important because 12 out of the 15 most water insecure countries in the world are all in the Middle East. So if we want to look to the future of less water, and Olivia talked a bit about water here behind her, that's an area that I think is worth focusing on.
I want to connect the dots between your passion for water and Olivia's passion for butterflies, because your favorite swimming stroke is the butterfly, if I remember, which is why you have mussels, which Olivia talked about. Sorry, a different type of mussel.
It's full circle. Wow,
It's
what a
full circle.
moderator!
Yeah.
What a moderator! She's just it's like a circular earth thing. It's all connected.
Henry, yes, Henry, give us
Waking
the
me up. Waking me up.
And with that, I actually do want to talk a little bit to Olivia, because you were telling me about this incredible initiative in the US called the Monarch Highway. And I feel like you would be so good to bridge the Monarch Highway, your work with kind of regenerating lawn and gardens, and then to Zach's show, This is a Gardening Show. So take us on a journey here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, big picture is, something that you've quoted is culture eats strategy for breakfast, right? So, what the Butterfly Highway and what Zach Galifianakis' show are doing is they're creating culture around doing good, going outside, and trying to make the world a better place. And what Zach Galifianakis' show is going to do is it's going to help get people just outside. Any activity is better than sitting inside, doing nothing. And so the Monarch Highway is simply an alliance and a connection of cities, universities, north to south, that help create more butterfly gardens and edible foods for migrating. There's so many migrating bugs, but yet bugs are also bird food. So, when we support good plants, then we support a good ecosystem, then we support, migrating birds and everything from top down, bottom up. In Zach Galifianakis' show, I watched a couple episodes, and he definitely focused on the food point, while also caring about, the bugs as well. So.
Well, and just to make this seem extra special, you got a sneak preview of the show, which is really cool. Yes, because it drops today, so she got to see it in advance.
I was gonna say, how did you see episodes? It just dropped.
Because she's connected.
It dropped today. I have my agent was connecting me with Netflix so I can get a good view of it, so I can better represent it. But essentially, it is very kid friendly. It's very kid forward, and I think that's so important because, I mean, the kid shows today, how many of them are really focusing on, hey, go outside and play in the mud. And so it's like a massage on the brain. The music's beautiful. The edits are beautiful. It's soft. It's something you can, watch while you're it's not overstimulating. It's not too much. It's very gentle, light humor. There's a foraging episode. There's a tree grafting episode. There's compost episode. And all of it's just so light and engaging. And it makes it seem not effortless, but it makes it seem like, oh, you can just go outside and forage. Like it really is as simple as just doing the thing. Sometimes, and especially as a landscaper, and I know Henry as an agritech, that when we come to the table, it can seem maybe daunting or overwhelming for someone who's never done it. But at the bottom line is just start. Yeah. Get a seed and a dirt and just start,
And we're so it's funny because I work in agriculture, grew up on a farm. I have zero green thumb. So I'm really excited. We're actually going to just start today. You're going to guide me through growing some seeds. But you've been working on all of this. You've worked on vertical farming, appliances like Max's for home gardening. But you've also done what I thought was really cool is community gardens in New York City. And when we did New York City Ag Tech Week, that was Generation Fest was an official event of that. It was so incredible to see how New York has really leaned into that. So tell us about urban farming. You also did a TEDx with Thought for Food on community gardens. What's your take on how easy it is to grow food anywhere?
Oh my gosh, so much to talk about here. I mean, first of all, I'm like you. I don't have a green thumb, but the difference is that I grew up in big cities. I was born in Hong Kong, I grew up in Tokyo. I mean, literally, like you could not get further away from, being surrounded by farms. When I was a teenager, my mom and my dad, rest in peace, dad, they wanted to sort of like get away from the world. And so they bought this piece of land in the Czech countryside, and there was this like rundown old barn with a small house connected to it. And we renovated the whole thing. But one of the things that they were really interested in doing is their gardens. And so mom built over years, invested and cultivated a wraparound flower garden. Now it's like thriving with pollinators and all kinds of flowers. It's beautiful. My dad was more interested in vegetables. So he started building raised beds. By the time he passed, he had 12 raised beds. I'm talking about raised beds that are like 20 feet long. Like they're just huge raised beds. And then he has a small greenhouse for his little nursery for everything. Cause young plants need a special place to grow and to, place to store your stuff as well. And then he worked with our neighbor and they co-invested and built two big greenhouses, one that was tomatoes and one that was peppers. So we were just like, the thing about gardening, the bottom line about gardening that I learned from them is like, yeah, it's hard work. You got to check in on it. You got to find your joy in it. You got to accept mistakes and like roll with it. But when you get it right, it's abundance. Like it's just like you have so much that you can give it away. Like if you got the system working, it's just abundance. It's just
Yeah.
works. Like anything in this kind of work or even like physical activity like Olivia was talking about. And that's what I like about Zach's show. I haven't seen it yet, but like anything that brings attention to get outside, like Olivia said, get close to nature. It's not just about the growing the money, but in addition to the potential money, savings, food security, you've got mindfulness. We are just all like, like we're just like this. And so just getting away, even just going for a walk in nature. And if you have your own little garden that does that, if you focus on an activity that does that a bit, there's health benefits. One of the things I found so interesting was we were working with St. Jude Children's Hospital, and we looked at the research, and there's peer-reviewed research that if you're in a medical hospital, if you're in a hospital and you have plants outside your window or inside your room, you heal up to 8% faster. Like we're not talking about like, oh, it's nice to have some plants around. We're talking about 8% faster healing in the
Yeah,
case of,
biophilic design
yeah,
is essential, and it's directly correlated with
yes,
improving better mental health, better work performance. They've done studies on people whose offices are near a rooftop
yes.
garden that they perform better. So that's capitalism in full swing.
So like I've worked a large part of my life in plant breeding, right? So developing the right seeds that can grow and not only deliver yields, but also nutrition and flavor. And there's like a whole resurgence right now of kind of like home breeders. There's all of these like open source seeds that are, making a comeback. It's really cool to see. But one question I have is heavy metals in the soil in big cities. I mean, that's there. What do you do about it? Is that where you have to have the
Yeah.
different gardening systems, or like, can I just go plant in my backyard?
Should not trust most urban soil. It is probably contaminated, and some of that contamination can not only affect the plants, in some cases, the plants actually deal with it pretty well, but it's actually more you that what you're going to deal with by being around it, right? So just
Yeah.
touching it, being around it.
We had people submitting solutions for micro soil testing kits, right, for urban areas. So you could like detect the nutrients in your soil, but also heavy metals and toxins. And then this was not a TFF company, but I know of several public research institutes and a private sector startup that engineering plants to not take up some of the heavy metals in the soil. And I'm just wondering if there's solutions out there.
Basically, you have to bring in new soil, right? And,
Yeah.
and new soil or different soil mixes or even hydroponics can have benefits depending on what you do. But like
Yeah.
you can take an urban lot, a space, you can put a container on it and you can cover it even with some materials. So the bottom area is a bit safer, but you want good soil. So get good soil. Like
It
whether
all
it's
starts with the
compost or not.
soil.
Yeah. And the water. We love
And the water. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Olivia,
Well-
did you want to jump in on anything?
Definitely for someone like me is everything has a study that backs it, right?
Yes.
Keto, you got to be keto. No,
Yes.
vegan, you got to be vegan. No, you got to
Yeah.
wear gloves and a mask when gardening. No, when you touch soil, it's going to, improve your gut biome and your microbiome and your
Yes.
immune system and your
There's
health.
studies
So,
for both those,
you know,
yeah.
you're just, it's to each their own. And I think if anyone's already autoimmune compromised or if they have severe allergies, they probably need to just get that checked. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to have differing views on.
Fascinatingly, there's actually an exhibit right now
Yes.
it ends on the 26th. It's it's in London, and it's Eat the Earth. It's a museum exhibit around eating the different clays and the different soils. And actually, Sylvie wrote is that the city hall in her city is providing soil for gardeners in the city, which again,
That's
if we
great.
can get those policy interventions in to encourage more people to grow at home in a safe and effective way, that's the solution. I want to start a garden here.
Yeah, why don't you try the artifact I just made on Claude while we were speaking? It's linked in the chat and you can let
Okay.
me know how it goes. We can just see what it does. I can optimize it more. I'm doing that now.
Okay, pick a windowsill.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I can share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So pick a windowsill. South facing is best light.
Pick the place where the light is. South is the most
Right.
light. That's number
Okay.
one. Two,
Yeah.
plants need a container, a home. So we're going to put soil in the container. Okay. You can also sprout them. You probably did this in school where you put it in like a paper towel with some water
Yeah.
in a dark
Yeah.
place. And then you put that in there. I recommend that. I'll probably update this artifact to do that. Then you fill it with the potting mix. You plant and water. The watering schedule is going to be on some of the other ones. And then you wait until it happens. So you can go to the other steps. But here's some just simple practices. And then there's like a seasonal guide and seed guide per crop.
Olivia, I want to hear from you. Like, how do I start?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, you guys got it. Yeah.
It's so beautiful to have people like you working, on building solutions, to have the TFFers around the world who, continue to just inspire me with what they're building. And I am always here to cheer and champion, and I'm going to try my hand at growing. Thank you for the Claude link, Henry. And please, please, please give a follow to the Agritech and to Live Green USA. I can tell you, I mean, the stuff that Olivia is working on, which is from home gardens through to big, large industrial scale infrastructure projects around the circular economy, is absolutely incredible. So be sure to give her a follow. And Zach, if you're watching, we would love to be between two ferns and be part of the home gardening, revolution. Thank you all. Love you.
Thank you,
Love you,
Christy.
Mother Earth.
Thank you for hosting.
I'll send, bye.
Bye. Bye.